everyone and welcome back to CareerQ, a place to curate your career. In today's video, I will be sharing about two organizations, namely Tech Mahindra and Hexaware, in which I will be discussing about, how the job looks like, what is the training period for them, and what is the salary, what are the salary hikes, what are the type of roles that are given, and what is the stream or the graph of career growth that you can expect when you are in either in Tech Mahindra or in Hexaware. So I'll be making a comparison of both Tech Mahindra and Hexaware, and by the end of this video you will be having a clear picture of whether joining in Tech Mahindra is beneficial for you or is going to be beneficial for you, or joining in Hexaware. This will in turn help you in deciding which organization is best suited for you. Also, if you know someone who has two offers and the offers are from these two organizations or even from either one of them, then you can share this video to them so that they get a clear picture, so that they are able to make the most correct decision for their career. With that being said, let's get started. First point is the position for which these two organizations take freshers, majorly freshers, for which position they take. The position for which Tech Mahindra hires its freshers is ASE, that is Associate System Engineer, and position for which Hexaware hires freshers is known as GET, or Graduate Engineer Trainee. The next is there a bond structure? Then yes, both Tech Mahindra and Hexaware have bonds for them. I'm not very sure for Hexaware because the person with whom I have interacted, he joined in Hexaware a year before. So for the current quarter, what they are doing, or for this, when they will be hiring, if they are posing this bond or not, I don't know. But till last year they had this bond of 3 years and the amount was 1 lakh rupees, and for Tech Mahindra it was 2 years, the amount was again 1 lakh rupees. So Hexaware has a longer bond duration, that is 3 years, which is, I personally would feel 3 years is very much, because as in a service base we generally tend to move out after 2 years or even 1.5 years. So 3 years might be a bit long, but okay, anyway, anyone who is really eager to join in, and as I've said, I do not know the exact current scenario because this person with whom I interacted has joined a year back. So this is the figure for a year back. So this time, if there is a bond structure, if there is any one of you who knows more about it, you can put them down in the comments, and it will be really helpful for each and every one of us. We'll get to know more about it. So yeah, but for the time being, that's the bond duration and that's the bond amount. Next, after you join in the organization, comes the training, right? So Tech Mahindra has or gives its employees a training of maximum 3 months. That is, it can be between 2 to 3 months. It can end before 3 months also, but a maximum that Tech Mahindra trains its employees for is 3 months. After that, the employees are put to bench and then allocated in projects as in other service-based companies. Now, going to or looking at Hexaware, Hexaware has a rather longer training period which might continue to 6 months. Okay, so the training period is long, but here is one very good thing: they train you at a very nominal speed, which makes the freshers grasp the technologies and get hold of it very smoothly. It's not like, okay, today you're taught something and this Friday you will be having an assessment on that. It's not like that. The pace is very even, and you won't find it really difficult. You won't be loaded on with a lot of knowledge, and you won't be like studying and studying and studying every time. It will not be like that for Hexaware, because their training program or the training plan is rather expanded for a longer duration. But for Tech Mahindra, it is the same 3 months that is there for all other organizations. So yeah, the training during this training period, there can be some pressure on you. Now, there is one clause also. There is this assessment, this major assessment. Of course, there are some minor assessments also, but there is this major assessment that happens in Tech Mahindra, in which you have to score above 70%. Okay. Now, if you fail to score 70%, your offer goes on hold. Since you are in probation, they can easily do that. It is not termination, but your offer generally goes on hold, and then there is a lot of confusion whether they'll be calling you back or they won't be calling you back. Generally, the test or the assessment is not really that difficult, so it is highly recommended that you go through all the courses very strictly and you try to achieve this 70%, because after that, what happens is that they put you in a lot more of trouble, which is really unnecessary, and it's better that we avoid it. Okay. So passing all the assessments is of course mandatory for both, but if you do not pass in other organizations or even in Hexaware for that reason, you get reassessments. But here you are completely put on hold. Your offer is put on hold. So better you go for achieving that 70% rather than going on hold. There is some classroom training, there is some instructor-led training in Tech Mahindra, and further they give you access to the Udemy courses so that you can learn more on the topic if you want to, or if you're facing any issues. So it is majorly instructor-led, but then you also have access to the Udemy courses for the same thing. In Hexaware, the training is instructor-led most of the time, and it is actually very slow-paced. You do get some of the training materials, some web-based trainings, but the training that you're receiving from your instructor, that is more than enough to take care of everything. Which brings me to another point, that as a third-party program, Tech Mahindra has partnered with Udemy. So, even after you have completed your training and now you're in a project, working in a project, now if you want to learn something new, then you can have the access to Udemy, and you can anytime go and learn whatever is required for your project or whatever skills you want to build yourself up with. Whereas in Hexaware, there are multiple platforms with which they have tied up. So the Udemy is also one of them. You have Udemy, you have their own Hexaversity, there is Evolve, and there is Shiksha. These are the four third-party, or rather 3 third-party and 1 Hexaversity is their own. So these are the 4 things from which you can take your learnings and knowledge even after you have completed the trainings. Now coming to the roles or the responsibilities. So in Tech Mahindra, there are majorly support and maintenance kind of job. There are development roles as well, but the development, as in all service-based, the development role is a bit limited, and majorly the job roles are for the support and the maintenance kind of jobs. But here is a twist. There is recently a high attrition rate, due to which there is a high demand for Java developers, rather full stack Java developers. They are in huge demand. Tech Mahindra is rigorously hiring for Java developers. So if you are someone who wants to or aspires to be a Java developer or a full stack developer, for that reason you can definitely look in for Tech Mahindra, because currently they have openings in the development projects as well. But in general, it is mostly support and maintenance. Whereas if we look for Hexaware, then again there are support and maintenance roles here as well, but comparatively there are a higher number or higher percentage of development and testing roles. But what I would like to here say as my point of view, see, if you are someone who is not getting a choice, you have deliberately been put into a project and you have to work on it, and you have no way out, then this is not for you. But then if you are someone who is getting multiple calls and you have not yet got into a project, then I would rather recommend that you take your time and you question back to them about the project, understand the responsibilities better, and then you say a yes or a no to that particular project. The reason being, if this 3-year bond duration and everything is continuing, then staying at a project, staying in a project where you don't like the work for 3 years might be very difficult. So that is why, if you are someone who is getting a lot of roles and a lot of calls, and you are someone who is able to choose a project, then choose wisely. Now comes the most important and the most waited for thing, is salary. Though the salary at which, or the salary slab at which Tech Mahindra is hiring is 3.25 LPA, and out of which, if you see, your enhanced salary will be somewhere around 22 to 23k. Okay, so whereas Hexaware is hiring at the salary slab of 4 LPA, so your in hand can be somewhere around 26 to 27k. So that is about the salary slab and the enhanced salary that you will be getting. Now if we take the salary hikes, then both these organizations have less salary hikes. The salary growth is not very much, so it is actually not recommended that you stay for a long duration of say 5 years, 6 years. The salary hike is something that is not really great for either Tech Mahindra or Hexaware. Okay, so there's no parity, there's no comparison only. It is again somewhere around 2 to 5 or 2 to 7% in Tech Mahindra, it is 2 to 7% in Hexaware. So the salary hikes are not that great for either of the organizations. Next comes the fact that how is the career growth. Then Hexaware has some really good projects. So if you are put into those, then your career growth will be definitely very good and you will be learning a lot of things. Tech Mahindra has currently good openings, good vacancies of full stack developer and Java developer and all of those. So if you go into those kind of projects, then your career growth will be really good. But if you are again put into support or maintenance, then your career growth will also doesn't look really very bright and very you learn a lot in 2 years or 3 years. So it is actually recommended not to stay for a long time in either of the organizations. So I hope that I have been able to give you a clear picture of how the things look like in Tech Mahindra and in Hexaware, and I have been able to clear all your doubts. If you have watched this video till now, then I hope that you have got all the information that you were looking for, and you have made your decision, or you are now clear whether you should be going for this or for that. Also, if you have any other queries, you can put them down in the comments. If you know something more about either of these organizations, please put them down also, because it will be really helpful for the entire community, all of us who want to join in either of these organizations. Also, I would like to request that I have made some comparison videos previously, and this is, I think, 4th or 5th video in the series. I would like to know that which are the 2 organizations for which you would like to see me making those comparison videos, because what are the common offers that you might be getting, what are some things. So if you could put some 2 organizations which you want the comparison video for, if you could put them down in the comment section, that will also be very helpful for both of us, of course. And if you like today's session, don't forget to hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I'll come again tomorrow with another such video. Till then, stay tuned to CareerQ. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.